All right, let me teach you the exact way to start an online business on the internet in 2022, because it's actually not that hard. A bunch of people message me every single day to figure out if they should do dropshipping. Well, in most cases, they actually shouldn't do dropshipping. They should do another business that I'm about to reveal in today's video. Making $10,000 a month or more is not hard at all. And you might click off this video when you hear that because you might think that I'm some privileged kid who managed to do it, but I'm not. I'm probably going to toss up some results on my screen just so you can see that I know what I'm talking about. $10,000 a month is achievable for anyone who tries. And it's not even going to take too long of a time if you actually know what you're doing. But I would not do it in dropshipping, okay? Or any other weird business model. I'm going to keep it real with you on this channel. I'm not looking to sell you anything. There's going to be no links in the description or anything to sell you. Just listen to me right now. I'm about to teach you how to actually do this stuff. The first thing you need to do is you need to pick your niche, or you need to figure out what you actually want to do. And I think that when you're first starting out, you shouldn't start doing what you love and money will follow. I just think that's such a stupid saying. No, you're not going to do what you love and money is going to follow. First of all, you get your basic needs met. You make money to fulfill your basic needs, and then you take that money you have left over to actually follow your passion. You shouldn't follow your passion when you're first starting out. You should be focused on making money, and that's not a desperate or sad mindset in any way. Money comes first. It's survival. You should chase money to begin with. Once you make, say, $10,000 a month or similar, which is actually quite easy, then you can start doing what you like. But why would you start doing what you like and the money is going to follow when there's other shortcuts to get the money? If you love running a Minecraft YouTube channel, you shouldn't start with that to make money. You should do something that's way more fast-paced, because you can make $10,000 this month. You really could if you're actually serious about it. What I would do is I would, for example, start a marketing agency or something like that. And now before you click off, because you shouldn't, so many people are going to say, oh, I can't start a marketing agency. I don't have any experience. I'm not good with marketing. I don't know how to run ads. I'll tell you exactly how you're going to learn to run ads. You're going to work for people for free. And now most of you are going to click off this video because you're lazy, or you're just going to do like you always do. You hear that there's like not an instant way of doing it, or you hear that it's going to become a little bit hard, and then just going to click off and like go get dopamine hits somewhere else. Don't click off, bro. There's a reason why I clicked this video, because you're serious about this. You want to make a change, and I can totally help you with it. And I'm doing this for free. I'm not looking to sell you anything. Don't click off now. Actually listen, okay? Work for free for just a week or something. Get them a result. If you can get one business a result, you'll be able to easily land a client. Easily someone that can pay you, say, $1,000, $2,000 or pounds a month. Super easy. But you got to have a result first. You can actually use other people's money to experiment and learn advertising. For example, now just assuming you would do a marketing agency, I'm going to cover other businesses too, so stick with me here. We'll go over a bunch of more. Say you're going to run a marketing agency though. What you're going to do is you're going to experiment with other people's money. For a business, there's no risk operating on a profit share. No risk at all, because they're not paying you anything upfront. But what is risky is for me to come to a client and say, I'm going to charge you $3,500 a month if you join my agency or whatever, like I'll run your ads or something like that. They're not going to do that because that's a huge upfront risk. What they will always do, if I'm a serious guy, I know what I'm talking about. I can refer to a bunch of results, which you don't have now, but you will have after you follow this video. They're always going to work on percentage. Give me 30% of the sales I bring you in. Okay, how much are they making a month? You can ask them. They say they're making $20,000 a month. Every dollar I make you over $20,000 a month, please just cut me 25% of it and we're in business. There's so many businesses out there that makes $20K a month without any experience at all. They're clueless about what they're doing with marketing. I'll tell you, there's so many ad accounts that I can get into, like people running ads and just make like 2 changes and the business has 5x instantly. And then people don't want to pay for it because, oh, it only took you 2 minutes, but they're not paying for the minute it took me to do it. They're paying for my experience, right? And that's what you could do too. I guarantee you, there's like your local gym is bringing in $50,000 or pounds a month. You could press one button inside their Facebook account and they will make 3 times more. It's literally that simple, but you got to know what that button is. And most people don't because they don't study the game. So what you should do is you should start out and actually work for someone for free. And once you've gotten some experience working for a business, you're using their money to fund your education. You're experimenting with other people's money. Then you're going to understand how to run ads. And this is not rude at all in any way. For a business, there's no risk having a kid just experimenting a little bit with their budget, trying to run some ads, because you're obviously going to watch some YouTube beforehand. You're not just going to go in there and just do super weird stuff, right? You're going to learn a little bit on the internet, and then you're going to go ahead and start helping other people out. The best way to learn is by learning and then putting learning into experience and then learning as you go. So that's why you should just experiment with other people's money, other business money, because that's just totally fair. But you shouldn't really try to make someone write you a check when you first start, because you don't know what you're talking about. You need to realize that. Like maybe maybe it's gonna sound all good in your head, but it's not. Like how I'm operating right now, I think it's super good, but me in 2 years is gonna look back and realize like, yo, there was a way better way of doing this. There was a way better strategy. But that's also how I look back the past 2 years. What I'm doing now is way better, right? You gotta get everything straight. It's easy. $10,000 a month is achievable for anyone. And then you're gonna come and say like, yo, but I live in India, I can't do that. Or like you live in some poor country and maybe you can't, like in the worst country. But I'm gonna go ahead and assume that you don't live in the worst country ever. Because most places you can. I don't think there's random, like the people that comes from the worst background, most cases they die and are not remembered for anything. But the people that actually make it on top in this world usually are self-made and they came from a really bad background, because that creates some real hunger. Where is your hunger? Obviously, if you're in middle class and you're coming from the UK, I mean, I actually did, but for most people, if you're coming from middle class and you're like doing like somewhat good and you have a decent life, there's no reason for you to explore your hunger. There's no reason for you to actually get upset and angry and actually just try to make something happen. You need to build that character. You need to spend hours on this. Whenever you come home from your job, you're gonna feel tired, obviously, but you need to spend time on this. You need to rewire your brain. So the first thing you do when you come home from your job is you start doing a couple of phone calls. Let me show you how to do this. Look at what I found on Airbnb earlier today. This is such a good deal. It's like $100 a night for this whole place. But yeah, what we're actually going to talk about, this is probably going to be you when you start out. Your mind is all over the place thinking about Airbnbs or something weird. But let me show you how simple this is, okay? So let's assume that you live in Newcastle in the United Kingdom. Or let's just pretend it's New York. I don't care. Let's just put in New York just in case someone watching this doesn't get the point. Gyms New York. Okay, let's go ahead and see how we can help these gyms. So what we're going to do is we're going to scroll to say maybe the 6th page, because on the front page it's only going to be gyms that really know what they're talking about, right? They have a management team, they have someone taking care of advertising and everything, so there's no point going for the first page. But check this one out. You need to make sure this is not a big brand though, like they have multiple gyms. You want to target one gym only, and it doesn't have to be gym either. But check this out. Let's go to their website first of all. Website not found. Okay, what can we do here? We can let them know that they're missing out on a ton of sales by not having a website. So what we can now do is we can go back to that gym in New York. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the 6th page. Check this out. This is magic. Here is the gym that had no website. What I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to open some details of that gym. Are we able to do it? Yeah. So here we got the details of the gym. Then I'm going to just click here and give them a call and let them know that their website is not working and tell them how much money they're missing out on by having a website that's not working. Easy, easy, easy. You're going to get rejected like 50 times, but for every call you make, you get better. Ideally, you should have like 5 in 100 calls being a meeting, setting a meeting, actually landing the client in most cases. So 5 out of 100 calls. That's all it takes for you to get rich. Now, 100 calls isn't easy. You're going to get rejected a bunch of times, but what else are you doing? Bro, seriously, what else are you doing? You're going to play video games? Because if you're just going to play video games for 3 hours, why not just make the call? When I can promise you, you know I'm not selling you anything, so why wouldn't you listen to me? And I can promise you that in just a week or two, if you do this, you're going to land a meeting, you're going to land a client, and you will change your life. It's guaranteed if you prioritize this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to see that they don't have a website. I'm going to give them a call and let them know. Then I'm going to ask to speak with the owner of the business. Now, the next thing you could do is just, let's go to another one, Lifetime Fitness. This is probably a brand, but let's just pretend it's not. We're going to go ahead and open their website, see how we can improve it. So as you see, like they have a website. Pretend that this is bad. This is a good website, but or somewhat good. Pretend that it's horrible. So what we're going to do is we can actually just call them up and say, the website isn't optimized for purchase. Another thing we can do, and this is great. Now, I know I'm talking about a marketing agency here, but the best way to make money in 2022 is by having a marketing agency. There's no doubt. The next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to Facebook and search for gyms in New York, because eventually you're going to get tired of doing calls, and I totally understand. Like you don't want to do calls the whole day. You want to do it for a solid hour or something. So then you can switch up the strategy a little. You can do the exact same here. So what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down. As you already know, like we don't want to be on the main page, because in a big city like New York, you don't want to be on the top. So we can go to, for example, New York Fitness Gym. And what we can do is, it's in India, so it's irrelevant, but yeah, so this one is in New York. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open their website. Check this out. This is cool. This is really cool. So let's see what it says. What we teach. Yeah, this website is horrible. It's the worst I've ever seen. We can easily improve this and they will make sales. And what we can also do is we can ask if they're doing marketing. They probably don't. They're probably not running ads. And how are they going to make money without running ads? Running the ads is so simple. I'm telling you, you don't know anything about advertising. This week, you will know how to bring in clients. It's literally that easy. Okay. So check this out. The website is horrible, first of all. It just is. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and message them. Maybe this is the wrong, but just get the point there. Send a message. We're going to say, hi, who is in charge of your marketing? That's all you say, because they don't think that you're actually going to pitch them an idea. They're going to think that you are a complaining customer or something, and they always want to take care of it. So just write the messages such as like, hey, I found a big problem on your website. This part of your website isn't working. Or like, just grab their attention, right? Like say like, there's a problem with your website. I guarantee if you say that to a business, there is a problem with your website and nothing else, you're not trying to sell them on anything, they're going to reply to you instantly. I mean, I would, if someone tells me like, yo, there's a problem with your YouTube channel, I'd answer that message instantly, because this is about my YouTube channel, right? This is about their gym. I guarantee you, like, most of these gyms are not running ads, not in any way. The next thing you can do is you can also just scroll Facebook and find ads, and then you can message the pages that's running the ad and tell them how they can improve. If you really want to put in effort, this is going to work, but most of you would never put in this amount of effort. If you want to change your life, do this. You can go on this gym right there, then you can go on Photoshop and design a banner for them. It's going to take you 5 minutes if you know Photoshop. Design a banner for them and then send them a message saying, hey, I just made a banner for your gym. It's going to look way better. And then they're going to be like, wow, thank you so much. You really did that for free? And you grab their attention instantly. Like, do a small favor for someone. In case they leave you on red and they don't answer you, just do a small favor, but just a tiny favor. Next thing you can do is you can just send out a bunch of emails. You can send out 100 emails in a day to different people, but that's not going to really seem too personal though. So you got to personalize it in some way. In my opinion, it's better to call. You should set 5 meetings out of 100. So that would be, I guess, 1 in 20 would be a meeting, and just pinch them a meeting. Don't pinch them your service. And what I would do if I were you is I would work for free. And once you've worked for free and you have some results, you can then go ahead and take that result and you can message this gym. What I can do now is I can send them this result. Obviously, this is a Shopify result. It's not relevant to the gym in any way, but pretend that this is a gym result for a Facebook ad or something. I'm going to go ahead and say this, and I'm just going to say, yo, I just changed this gym owner's life forever, and send them the result. Trust me, they're going to reply to you. This is easy stuff if you just practice it. When you first start out, you're not going to be an expert. You're going to write weird messages. You're going to make horrible phone calls. So just practice. Practice makes perfect. If you practice this for a week, your phone calls are going to be on point. But you need to realize that you're going to get rejected the first time. You're going to send horrible messages, and maybe you almost land a sale and then you blow it. It's a part of the process. So what I would do if I were you is I would dedicate 1 month to this. I mean, I would dedicate way longer because I'm smart. I want this to work. I'm not going to be lazy and give up. But start with 1 month and then go for massive improvements. So the first week you can learn. Then you learn by experience the second week. You put it in action, you learn. Then the third week you improve your failures. And then the fourth week maybe you land a client. This is not rocket science, everyone. Making $10,000 a month has never been easier. You could do this as a freelancer. You could do this as a consultant, and you don't need to be an expert at what you're doing. If you're not an expert in what you're doing, do it for free to begin with to gather experience. I shouldn't just go out here and sell you a course for 500 on how to do this business if I haven't done it, right? But what I can do is I can help you for free. And then if my free stuff helps you and you start making money on my free stuff, then I can actually do it, because I can go ahead and say, like, the information I've given to people for free has changed your life forever. So now I'm qualified, right? But I'm not going to be qualified without working for free or learning a little bit or just helping someone out and getting the result. But then help them out for free. Use the result that you generated them to get a new client. And once you have just one result, it's going to be easy. It's game over at that point. You're going to just land clients on clients. This is not rocket science. Making $10,000 a month has never been easier. And in fact, you have to be rich now. This is the greatest transformation of wealth ever. No time is going to be like this ever again. It's easier to get rich than ever. And for the broke, it's going to get really dark. And this is not me hating on them in any way. The way the world is going now, you have to get your money straight. Not saying money is everything. For me, it kind of is. But if you say money isn't everything, you're trading 8 hours a day. You're getting up at 6 a.m. And then you're back at home at 3 p.m. And then you're exhausted when you come home. Sure, you have 8 hours left of your day, but you're exhausted off your job. So do you really have 8 hours? Yeah, you have 8 hours, but your 8 hours aren't really alive. So money isn't everything, but you're sacrificing your whole life at the end of the day. 40 hours a week, 80 hours a week, technically, because you're burnt out once you come home. So this is not about getting rich. This is about getting freedom. It's not about just money and buying cars or anything. This is about freedom. Take responsibility of your freedom. What if you can just make $5,000 every single month, the same as you're already making, or just say you're making $4,000 a month? What if you could just make $4,000 a month working less from your home? Like, that would be better. I'm not saying you have to get rich. I'm just saying, like, why would you be a slave? The times are coming is going to get really bad. So just try to get your money straight. I think that's important. It's going to eliminate a ton of stress from your shoulders. And since you clicked on this video, you probably are interested as well. So I hope that this helped you out. If you want me to do a follow-up video on, like, more in depth on exactly what to say to the client, how to land them, and just a way more scripted video, let me know in the comments. I'll definitely help you out. And I hope that you click a like on this video and subscribe. And if there's anything I can help you with, obviously for free as always, let me know in the comments. I'll do my very best to get back to you. I suggest you to subscribe, because on this channel, I'm going to change your life for free.